Hey y'all, welcome back to another magical Macro Monday. Today we are drinking Murphy's Irish Stout from Heineken Brewery, Ireland, out of Cork, Ireland. Happy Macro Monday.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. The boys are back to do another beer review. Appreciate you checking out this video. I've got Andy in the
Macro
attic. I've got
Monday.
Jay. I am Ben. It is Macro Monday, everybody's favorite Monday. What are we drinking?
Slacker. Murphy's Irish Stout. It's gonna be a fun macro.
I expect it to be as well.
Let's cracker. Let's let it crack. Woo! Got lots in there. Go to my 45-degree angle, as the can suggests. It's like being in college again.
Yeah. All right.
Look at that.
That is
Andrew
very pretty.
went all out. Turned it right up.
Cascades. That's what you want to see.
That's not
Be
what the
jealous.
can says.
I don't care what the can says. Look at that.
Yum.
Yeah, nice creamy head.
We're gonna have to wait on Andy.
I mean, it's par for the course, right?
What the can says. The can says wait. You wait.
This makes for really good airtime here.
Yeah.
You're gonna see our stats plummet. Our stat. I shouldn't pluralize that.
Ooh, Jay. If you could have read what I read, you will be not liking this.
Yeah, I know.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Ooh, the creaminess.
Very creamy.
Well, Murphy's Irish Stout. It's an Irish dry stout. So a dry stout is more of a dry roasted character. This one is 4%, 34 IBU, so it's a session. Of course, get that creaminess. It's got the widget. You may have heard it. Cracked it into the mic. So it uses nitrogen versus CO2. Uses malted barley and hop extract. It has a black coffee flavor, caramel malt. It's a relative to chocolate milk. I can see that. Chocolate malt, maybe. Malta milk.
Maybe.
Keeps a nice head. Great color. When you pour it correctly. Murphy's Irish Stout. The brew was established 1856 by James J. Murphy in Cork, Ireland. He was a wealthy investor, and he wanted to make a mark on the beer market, to make his mark on the beer market, particularly draft direct to the pubs. He wanted a dark beer, a bitter dark beer to compete with Guinness, but less bitter than Guinness. By 1906, it became the second largest brewery there in Ireland. He was primarily a local stout, though. It wasn't widespread. It was more to before, 1906. It was the Ireland area, and it was known as Ladies' Well Brewery. 1983, Heineken acquired it, and it allowed for the expansion. So that's why it's a macro, because Heineken Brewery Ireland, subsidiary of Heineken NV, out of the Netherlands. It's a Dutch. We have done a macro Monday on Heineken itself, so maybe our production crew will put a link or something to that. Maybe not.
They're
So
not that efficient.
not really. They purchased it in 1983. They changed the name then to Murphy's Brewery Ireland, and then to
Why?
Heineken Ireland, just for namesake. From Ladies' Well, they already had Murphy's Irish Stout from Ladies' Well Brewery, and this Irish Stout was well known, so they changed to Murphy's Brewery under the Heineken Brewery Ireland. Then they just changed it in 2001 to Heineken Brewery Ireland. They at this brewery there in Cork, Ireland, they also produce Heineken. So for those who recall back in, was it 2022, early 23? I can't remember when we did Heineken.
It was 23.
You tend to put those in, your repressed memories.
Let's see. It was
like
March.
Yeah, you don't want to remember when you did Heineken.
I know I had one for a long time.
Yeah. So Heineken NV. So it became Heineken in 1864. It was, it changed to the name Heineken in 1873. The Heineken family purchased, de HUBR brewery, which meant the Haystack Brewery, in 1864. That brewery started in 1592. That y'all may remember from our Macro Monday back then. They changed it to actual Heineken in 1873. Heineken NV is the second largest brewer in the world, behind AB InBev.
Yep.
And they have over 170 brands. They have 40 breweries in 39 countries. Only one in the United States. Do you know which one that is? Where it is?
Where is it located? Is it in Colorado?
Lagunitas, California.
California.
They bought Lagunitas, and
That's
Lagunitas was like, they were like on the forefront of craft brewery revolution. And they're like, we did the craft brewery thing. We brought it to the forefront. Cash out.
Yeah.
Let's chill. Yeah. Can't blame them, because craft in the U.S. is blown up. Lagunitas doesn't have to carry the standard or hold the flag and march into battle anymore. Can't blame them.
I'm just waiting for that big check to come through for Hopped Up Beer Review. When somebody wants to purchase.
Somebody wants to take over this
video. Yeah. Video. So
more like they're going to pay us to stop.
If you want to pay us to stop, there is a number. So
we'll get a crowdfund.
Yes.
Please no more.
Yes. The number will be large, but there's a number out there. So,
all right. Either of y'all had a Murphy's?
No, I was just about to ask who's had this one. I have not.
No. Bring it on.
Stared it down a couple times at Hop City when I got it, and when I went on that international kick, I was like, yeah, let's do it.
All right, Jay, what do you think?
Yeah.
We're gonna start keeping a tab of how often you actually go first.
It's all right. It doesn't bother me.
It's overwhelming.
So Andy was right when he alluded to Jay might not particularly like this one that much. Um, it's interesting you referenced they said black coffee flavor. To me, the best way to phrase this is it is bland and it tastes like a watered down stout or watered down coffee stout. Maybe has some black coffee, but it's like a true macro stout version. That's the best way to put it for me. I'm not a huge fan of this. It's dry. It doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, honestly. I get a little bit of that potential black coffee, but it's watered down. Um, this is going to be a 6 for me. It's not something I'm going to seek out again.
All right.
I do get a little bit of that creamy on the first, but no, it kind of goes away after the first sip or two.
Gotcha. All right, I'll jump in and go next. We'll let Andy go last every once in a while. I get the first few sips on this, I got the creamy, biscuity sweetness flavor. It's calmed down a little bit to where it does kind of settle down. I think it's similar to a Guinness in the sense that you get some flavors on the front end, and then as you warms up a little bit, you drink a little more of it. It kind of flattens out to um, I don't want to say filler beer status, but I drink a lot of Guinness as filler beer because I like it a lot. So um, I think this one for me is similar. I mean, it has more of the biscuity sweet on the front. Definitely at the first 4 or 5 sips of the beer. Um, I don't necessarily pick out the coffee, which it probably won't come to any surprise for you guys. For me, it's all biscuit and the sweetness. I do the finish is dry though. It's really dry to me. But I mean, you get a beer that comes with a widget. It's got nitrogen in it. It's creamy. I'm probably going to like it. I think about the ones that I drink that have the widget, Boddington's, Guinness. Now this one, I like this one. I think it's an 8. I would get this one again. It's not quite to the Guinness level for me. I like the Guinness better, but it's one I would definitely grab again. If we had it here, I would, probably mix it with some Guinness from time to time versus just getting as much Guinness as I do. So, Andy, what say you?
Yeah. I guess I'm a sucker for some nitro and a widget. Create that creaminess. That head is still there. I like it. It's got the roastedness creates that coffee appeal, that that flavor. Granted, it's not made with coffee, but it's roasted in that fashion makes it feel that way. It is smooth and silky, velvety, good mouthfeel. I think it rivals Guinness, but because of the dryness, like you said, Ben, it doesn't surpass Guinness. It's just like it's close neck and neck. It's just behind. This is one I would love to have right out of a keg in an Irish pub, sawdust and straw on the floor. Traditional Irish music going on. Just getting through Temple Bar, maybe. I don't know. It's great. It's a great feeling beer. I'm there with you at 8.0. Biscuit, bread, malt, cream, coffee. Yes. Gonna dance a jig and do a river dance for it.
All right. We'll post a short of that when we get it on camera. So be looking for that. that will be a 7.3 for the Murphy's Irish Stout here on this Macro Monday. Jay is feverishly hunting something, but he will find it, and we will see it later. 7.3 for the Murphy's Irish Stout. If you've had that one, you have got to let us know what you think about it down in the comments. You can also check us out on all social media links down below in the description. Come say hey on our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. Let us know what you think about the Murphy's Irish Stout. We talk about beer and other stuff, candles, lots of things, tacos. We talk about, we run the gambit of
Recently talked up candles.
Exactly. So, I'm keeping it recent here.
Brewer.
There we go. So check that out. Also, if you have any interest in the Hopped Up Beer Review merch, shirts, koozies,
Yeah,
you never found it? You were searching.
I know exactly where it is. It's in the fridge with the beer that we were supposed to drink.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My bad.
Yep. So if you have any interest in that, there's a link down below. And lastly, there is a link for some of the gear that we use to record this show, and some of the glassware as well that we use here on the show. So check that out if you have any interest in that. For Andy in the attic and Jay on this Macro Monday, I am Ben. Thank you all for watching. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.